1. When designing a day trading curriculum for adult learners, which principle is most critical to ensure learner engagement? A. Relying on passive lecture methods. B. Connecting content to real-world trading scenarios. C. Using only theoretical stock market models. D. Limiting learner autonomy in decision-making. 2. In evaluating a trainee's readiness for real-time day trading, which method best measures applied competence? A. Multiple-choice quizzes on trading definitions. E. Simulation exercises replicating live trades. C. Peer feedback sessions without performance tracking. D. Written reflections on personal learning style. 3. Which instructional strategy best supports adult learners in mastering risk management for day trading? A. Memorization drills of regulatory codes. B. Case studies of historical market crashes. C. Direct imitation of mentor trades without analysis. D. Role play of unrelated negotiation scenarios. 4. A mentor guiding new traders emphasizes transparency in communication. This aligns most with which adult learning principle? A. Learners must be dependent on authority. B. Learning must be abstract and disconnected from practice. C. Adults value honesty and relevance in instruction. E. Communication should be limited to technical details. 5. When assessing curriculum effectiveness for a day trading course, what is the most reliable evaluation method? A. Counting course attendance numbers. E. Tracking learner success in simulated market environments. C. Recording learner satisfaction surveys only. D. Measuring hours spent in lectures. 6. A learner struggles to manage emotional responses to intraday losses. Which mentoring technique is most effective? A. Ignoring the issue to focus only on technical skills. Providing stress management coaching within trading simulations. C. Assigning additional reading on chart patterns. D. Reducing exposure to simulated trading altogether. 7. Which communication method is most effective for reinforcing compliance with day trading regulations? Providing learners with a lengthy legal text without explanation. B. Interactive workshops that apply rules to simulated trading cases. C. Verbal reminders at the start of each lesson only. D. Allowing learners to self-study regulations independently. 8. In developing evaluation criteria for a day trading skills test, which factor is most important to include? A. Test takers' ability to predict exact stock prices. B. Adherence to proper risk management rules. C. Ability to trade only in bullish markets. D. Speed of completing multiple-choice questions. 9. When constructing multiple-choice items for a day trading test, which guideline aligns best with adult learning principles? A. Use ambiguous distractors to confuse test takers. B. Ensure questions reflect realistic trading decisions. C. Avoid referencing practical applications. D. Include only memorization-based content. 10. A curriculum developer wants to ensure inclusivity in a day trading course. Which approach best addresses diverse learning needs? A. Standardized content delivery without flexibility. B. Incorporate multiple modalities such as simulations, case studies, and discussion. C. Require all learners to rely solely on self-paced e-learning. D. Eliminate feedback opportunities to avoid bias. 11. In mentoring new traders, what practice best supports skill transfer from simulation to live trading? A. Encouraging reflective discussions after practice trades. B. Emphasizing rote memorization of stock symbols. C. Prohibiting questions during trading exercises. D. Reducing exposure to feedback loops. 12. Which form of assessment best captures critical thinking in day trading decision-making? A. True-false knowledge checks. B. Timed multiple-choice quizzes. C. Scenario-based problem-solving tasks. D. Matching terms with definitions. 13. A mentor provides corrective feedback after a trainee violates a stop-loss rule. To maximize learning, feedback should be A. General and delayed until the end of the week. B. Specific, immediate, and constructive. C. Vague to encourage self-discovery. D. Delivered publicly to increase competition. 14. Which curriculum component most directly supports compliance in a day trading course? A. Modules on ethical trading and regulatory frameworks. B. Anecdotal success stories of unregulated traders. C. Optional extra reading with no assessment. D. Peer group discussions without facilitator oversight. 15. When teaching adults about charting techniques, which method fosters deeper understanding? A. Presenting pre-drawn charts without interaction. B. Demonstrating live chart analysis with learner participation. C. Assigning silent reading from textbooks only. D. Memorizing candlestick names without context. 16. In evaluating a learner's trade log, which element indicates mastery of risk management principles? A. Frequent high-leverage trades. E. Consistent use of stop-loss orders. C. Avoidance of recording losing trades. D. Reliance on intuition over rules. 17. Which strategy best aligns with curriculum development for day trading under adult learning principles? A. Designing content based on learner goals and prior experience. B. Creating one-size-fits-all materials. C. Limiting course objectives to market jargon memorization. D. Avoiding learner input in course design. 18. Which mentoring approach best helps traders struggling with overtrading? A. Ignoring behavioral tendencies and focusing on technical analysis. B. Guiding learners in self-monitoring and journaling trades. C. Encouraging excessive practice without boundaries. D. Recommending learners trade without reflection. 19. When building communication materials for regulatory compliance, which format enhances retention for adults? A. Passive reading of statutory codes. B. Interactive, case-based scenarios. C. One-time instructor lecture. D. Posting long regulations online with no context. 20. A trainer notices learners hesitate to ask questions in group discussions. Which strategy improves communication? A. Encouraging anonymous question submission. B. Prohibiting questions to maintain time efficiency. C. Assigning learners scripted questions. D. Ignoring the issue to focus on technical content. 21. Which evaluation method best ensures fairness in a professional-level day trading test? A. Using ambiguous wording to test resilience. B. Aligning test content with course objectives and industry standards. C. Randomizing unrelated questions for surprise. A. Designing items with only one learning style in mind. 22. Which aspect of adult learning most directly supports ethical trading practices? A. Learner reliance on memorized formulas. B. Encouraging autonomous decision-making tied to real-world accountability. C. Avoidance of applied practice. D. Instructor dominance in all decision-making. 23. In designing a curriculum, which sequence best supports progressive learning in day trading? A. Complex algorithms, introductory terminology, emotional regulation. B. Emotional regulation, risk management, and applied trading simulations. C. Memorization, reflection, unrelated case studies. D. Market trivia, abstract models, optional practice. 24. When assessing communication effectiveness and mentoring, which metric is most useful? A. Number of emails exchanged. B. Clarity of learners' explanations and trade rationales. C. Volume of information delivered. D. Length of mentor feedback. 25. Which regulatory compliance skill is most critical for day traders to demonstrate on a certification exam? A. Ability to memorize trading acronyms. B. Proper record keeping of trades and adherence to reporting standards. C. Exclusive focus on maximizing short-term profits. D. Familiarity with unregulated markets. 26. In test design, which practice enhances validity? A. Including questions that align directly with learning outcomes. B. Writing items unrelated to course objectives. C. Emphasizing speed over comprehension. D. Using only one type of question format. 27. A day trading mentor models reflective practice by sharing personal mistakes and lessons learned. This supports which principle? A. Hidden knowledge transfer. B. Experiential and transparent learning. C. Avoidance of self-disclosure in mentoring. D. Passive information transmission. 28. Which learning activity best prepares adults for compliance with margin requirements? A. Reading financial history textbooks. B. Running simulations that demonstrate consequences of margin calls. C. Memorizing interest rate charts without context. D. Discussing unrelated investment strategies. 29. A learner demonstrates improvement in trade execution but struggles with journaling. How should the mentor respond? A. Minimize journaling to save time. B. Reinforce journaling as a reflective learning tool critical for growth. C. Replace journaling with multiple choice tests. D. Ignore record keeping altogether. 30. Which communication strategy ensures understanding of complex trading algorithms? A. Explaining concepts with analogies tied to real-life experiences. B. Delivering content exclusively through technical jargon. C. Prohibiting learner questions during instruction. D. Encouraging rote memorization of formulas